What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk to you guys about something that I find very, very interesting that's been happening lately. And basically, it looks like Mists of Pandaria is getting the Season of Discovery treatment in terms of classes and everything being balanced and adjusted. The meta that we knew was going to be the meta for Mists of Pandaria, everyone's guides and everything that they came out with, could potentially not be 100% correct, right? There's a lot of things changing. They're buffing classes, they're nerfing classes, they're bringing classes that were at the absolute bottom in Mists of Pandaria all the way up the ladder, you know, viable to play. But really why I wanted to make this video is what came out today, and it really shocked me. So let me pull this up real quick. Let's pull up the Wowhead article. Here we go. Yes, so Blizzard adjusts pre-pull resources ahead of raid test weekend in MoP Classic Beta. Okay, so basically the pre-pull stuff this is what I really wasn't excited for when it came to MoP. I wasn't a fan of like having to do the putting on different items from older tiers and things like that, proccing the item, then swapping to your DPS set, all that kind of like any of the pre-pull stuff I never was a fan of. But let's give this a good read here, because when I read this, it really did make me sit here and be like, holy crap, this is actually kind of cool. Like, this isn't gonna be the same MoP that we had originally. This is now like Season of Discovery, in my opinion, has opened up this door to like they're changing these versions of Classic for the better. There's nothing bad about changing any of this stuff, right? So let's give it a quick read. So in preparation for the next raid test weekend, we've implemented changes to how players will approach the start of the raid encounters, pre-pull behavior. We want to discourage the complicated routines that have emerged, where raid teams require players to exit the raid and take different steps to obtain certain resources before a pull. We don't want players to feel like they're at a large disadvantage if they don't participate in pre-pull routines. We have a goal of doing this without nerfing classes, but rather reducing the obnoxious rituals that can have a rippling negative effect on enjoyment. Of course, some classes are going to be affected by this, but we want to avoid changes that make boss pulls feel clunky, and we want to emphasize the feeling that you just get to play the game. First of all, that is fantastic. Like, I absolutely love that mindset. Like, this is a really good thing. But I'm not a big MoP fanboy, right? So I'm actually really curious to know how like the MoP lovers are feeling about this. Personally, I think that this is the stuff that was deterring people from wanting to play and wanting to give it a try. So to see them making changes this big, like changing the way that the raids and these boss pulls are going to operate, is massive in my opinion. But let's keep reading. Everything here is subject to further change and iteration. We've used the following criteria to decide what should and should not be allowed to be brought into an encounter on pull. Number 1. Do you need to involve an enemy at all, striking or being struck by an enemy, to gain this buff? If so, it will be removed. For example, Lock and Load, Molten Core, Blood Shield, Wild Imps, and Vengeance. Number 2, does casting the spell require a resource that the player does not generate on their own without using a cooldown? If so, it will be removed. Example, Shield Barrier, Guard, Inquisition, and Slice and Dice. And for number 3, do you need to take an extra step to manipulate the circumstances for this to work? If so, it will be removed whether it can be performed solo or not. For example, Twist of Fate. Now, on pull, all resources are reset to specific values, with some exceptions where circumstances allow for them to break this rule. On encounter start, resources are set. Rage is set to 25, Runic Power set to 20, Hunter Focus set to max, Demonic Fury set to 200, Burning Embers set to 1 full Ember, Soul Shard set to 4, Chi set to 2, Holy Power set to 1, Combo Points set to 0, Death Runes all removed. So basically what this is doing is they're setting up pre-pulls for you, basically, and getting rid of that clunky bullshit that, like, personally, I don't understand why anyone would enjoy that. It really just makes the entire raiding experience feel clunky and shitty. So to see them doing this really has made me excited. Like, I think I'm actually going to enjoy MoP a lot more than I originally thought I would. So let's look at the exceptions here. Soul Shards are set to 4, but if Soul Burn is active when the pull happens, Soul Shards are set to 3. B, chi is set to 2, except for Mistweaver monks who keep their current chi instead. Even if it is lower than 2, Mistweavers can generate chi alone and without the use of a cooldown. C, we have Holy Power. It's set to 1, except for Holy Paladins who keep their current Holy Power, even if it's lower than Holy Paladins. Oh, okay, so Holy Paladins is set to 1. Holy Power is set to 1. Okay, except for Holy Paladins. That's actually a typo. Who can keep their current Holy Power, even if it is lower than 1. Holy Paladins can generate Holy Power alone and without the use of a cooldown. Combo points are set to 0 unless the rogue who knows Premeditation, and Premeditation is currently on cooldown. In that circumstance, 2 combo points are kept if you have them. You do not generate 2 combo points. If you happen to have more than 2 combo points on the target, you do not keep any extra, and this goes down to 2. So this is even going to affect rogues. Like, this is really cool. Death runes are all removed, but if you are a Frost Death Knight and if you're a Frost Death Knight, you keep your 2 death runes from Blood of the North. Okay, that's very interesting because I'm thinking about playing Frost or Unholy DK or Feral Druid. We haven't decided yet. We're also trying to alleviate the pain of pre-pull gear swaps. The following items no longer function above level 89. Fell Striker, Rod of the Sun King, Heart Piece, Heroic and Normal, Black Bruised, Normal and Heroic. All non-Mist of Pandaria tier set bonuses. Tiers 1 through 13. None of those will work above level 89. So, I don't know, guys. To me, this is some damn good stuff. These are some good changes. And I don't know, like most of my audience, you guys probably haven't been following MOP very much. But if you have and you've seen what they've been doing, they have been literally buffing, nerfing, balancing classes like it's going out of style. And then to see them come out with this, like changing this like pre-pull stuff, it makes me feel like MOP actually might be a top tier experience. Like I think it might actually surpass what Cataclysm was. It might be like Wrath level for me. I might enjoy it. And especially because Cataclysm came out at a time when we were still deep into Season of Discovery. You know what I mean? So I was kind of really still all in on SOD. I couldn't give everything I had to Cata. But now, really, we have nothing until TBC. You know, right now I'm just kind of playing hardcore. So I'm going to actually give a good amount of my time and really give MOP a good try. And I think I'm going to enjoy it. After seeing the way they're treating it, this is a different approach, right? This is the post-SOD approach. I think Season of Discovery really has, like, given Blizzard this confidence and enabled them to change things that kind of sucked in these older versions of the game, right? Do some quality of life changes, make the game just more fun to play, right? I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but I do want to know what you guys think down in the comments below. I don't really give a shit if you're playing on any private servers. Please stop commenting, turn away. Like, I literally don't care. It is the most cringe thing ever. People just shilling private servers in comments. Like, it's not that popular. That has like 5,000 people on this shit. And if there was 5,000 people on a classic server, you'd say the server was dead. So please stop shilling private server nonsense in my comments. I don't give a shit about any private servers. If you're enjoying one, that's great. Keep enjoying it. Keep it to yourself. I don't really care. Either way, like the video. Go over to my Twitch, twitch.tv/hammerdance. Stream Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll pin a comment down below with a link to my stream. I love you all. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you all so much for watching and listening in. I'll see you all in the next one.